One of the most common assumptions that couples make is it doesn't really matter whose pension the money goes into. After all, you've been married for years. You share a home and expect to retire together. Surely it's all the same in the end. But the UK tax system doesn't see it that way. It treats each person as an individual with their own tax allowances, income bands, and pension arrangements. That means the way that you build your pensions as a couple can have a surprisingly large effect on your retirement income. Now, many households naturally direct the most of their pension contributions towards the higher taxpayer. It often feels logical because that person receives the greatest tax relief and may have access to a better workplace pension. Over time, however, that can leave that one spouse with a relatively large pension while the other has relatively little. The result may be that one person pays income tax on a significant proportion of their withdrawals, while the other is barely using their personal allowance at all. A couple that spent decades building wealth together can unintentionally create a much less tax-efficient retirement. So let's imagine two couples, each retire with £800,000 between them. In the first couple, one partner has £700,000 and the other has just £100,000. In the second couple, they each have £400,000 each. The total wealth is identical, but this second couple has far more flexibility. They can choose to draw income from both pensions, make better use of both personal allowances, and potentially keep more income within lower tax bands. Over retirement that may last 30 years, the difference in tax paid can add up to thousands and thousands of pounds. So this becomes even more relevant if you consider that retirement rarely follows a neat script. One partner may retire several years before the other. One may continue working part-time while the other starts drawing a pension. One may have a generous defined pension or receive rental income, while the other has very little taxable income at all. When pension savings are spread across both spouses, there are simply more options available. You could decide who withdraws income, when they do it, and how much to take, allowing to adapt as circumstances change rather than being locked into one person's tax position. Now, this does not mean that every couple should split contributions equally from today onwards. Sometimes it makes perfect sense to prioritise the higher earner, particularly if they receive higher rate tax relief on pension contributions, while the partner only pays basic rate tax or even no tax at all. So receiving 40% tax relief today can be extremely powerful. The important point is that couples should think beyond the next tax return and consider what retirement income will actually look like in 20 years from now. A strategy that maximises tax relief during working life but leaves all the pension wealth concentrated in one person may not be the best long-term outcome. The conversation should also include spouses who work part-time or earn relatively little. It's easy to assume that the lower earner's pension is less important because their income is modest, but retirement planning works at a household level. Building pension wealth for both partners can increase future flexibility, improve tax efficiency, and create greater resilience if circumstances changed. Now, if you have a partner, take half an hour this weekend to list every single pension you both own and estimate roughly what each one might be worth at retirement. Then ask yourself a simple question. If we stopped working tomorrow, would our retirement income be balanced between us or heavily concentrated in one person? That single exercise can reveal planning opportunities that many couples overlook for years.